welcome to another episode of Hypothesis. Following our request to make another rationalization prediction video for CCL6, I pondered on whether there might be any more rationalization. So, in this three-part series, I will gather the necessary evidence and on the groundwork to prove to you whether there will be more rationalization coming up. Now, let's get into it. Today's episode will address the unreliability of the MRT over the past months. If you have watched my latest episode of Friday Night News, you know what I'm talking about. For more information, you should watch it if you haven't already. Since this series is with regards to CCL6, I will be focusing more on the Circle Line. The Circle Line faced disruptions 2 days in a row. The first one was caused by a circuit breaker, and the second one was caused by a fire at the depot. Now, both of these disruptions caused large crowds of commuters to accumulate at the stations. Not even peak hour rush could compare to that. To justify this, let us just briefly talk about other disruptions. On the East-West Line, train services were halted from Buona Vista to Jurong East for 6 days because of a defective train that left the third rail, tracks, and power cables in need of intense repair. Needless to say, buses are essential in the transport network, specifically for CCL. Let us go back to the Circle Line. In a poll, one of you mentioned a detailed description of Service 10 being a bus service that could be involved in the CCL6 rationalization, if any. They said that ever since CCL 5, the West Coast sector of Service 10 has been greatly impacted, and with CCL 6, it might become worse. I'm gonna test this out to see if commuters, for now, would really switch to the Circle Line from Service 10, and the approximate number of passengers on board, and at the same time, the scene in the CCL stations.
Haw Par Villa leads line the platform gap. Kent Ridge leads line.
Only two of us got on this bus.
Next stop, after Kennedy Road.
Yeah, so now we're gonna see if there actually isn't that much demand. Okay, so let's get going. So you could say we had exited the West Coast, and the fact that the highest number of people was 4 people, then WL Transit 11 is actually correct. Keppel should be around here, and we haven't gained any demand. It's consistently low. Not even 10 people have boarded the bus yet. Okay guys, we're now approaching Prince Edward Road. Oh, it's right there. And now it seems like demand will slowly increase. Looks like demand is picking up. So, according to my ride, Service 10 had higher demand in the east than in the CBD. How could that be? I mean, there's more hustle and bustle in the CBD, right? Of course, that's during the peak hour, but apparently that's not the case for off peak. Leave a comment down below on how this could have happened. However, for most CCL stations, including CCL 6, passengers did not get off, but rather more people went up the bus. This means that they are either making a bus train transfer or just want to take the bus. Either way, this evidence is in our favor. If commuters are making a transfer, this means that their destination is somewhere where the MRT cannot take them. If they want to take the bus opposed to the train, it ultimately means that they know that the MRT will not suit them. Let's consider the scenes in CCL stations as well. There was less demand during the off-peak hour on the Circle Line. But let me show you another video I took. Wow, I can't imagine this during off-peak. And that justifies my point further. From the fact that commuters would rather take Service 10 than the MRT, and crowds there are on the MRT as of now, I think it's safe to say that that Circle Line is unreliable in the presence of Service 10. We might not have enough evidence to prove this, but rest assured, we have two parts and more adventures to go in determining the depletion of past rationalizations. For now, we've come to the end of part 1 of the investigation. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for the next part next week. Goodbye.